Have you ever wondered why flood narratives are so universal in ancient cultures? From the cradle of civilization in Mesopotamia to the far reaches of the Americas, flood stories are woven into the fabric of our shared human history. Some suggest that these tales reflect actual historical events, cataclysmic floods so transformative that they seared into the collective memory of societies. Others propose that these narratives are metaphors, representing the cyclical nature of life, the potency of divine wrath, or perhaps the resilience of human spirit. Regardless of their origins, these stories have transcended time and geography to echo in the hearts of generations. And among the pantheon of these tales, two stand out, not only for their age, but also for their profound influence on later civilizations. Today, we delve into two of the most famous flood stories, the Akkadian tale of Atrahasis and the biblical story of Noah. Our first tale takes us back to ancient Mesopotamia around the 18th century BCE and the epic of Atrahasis. Now, imagine a world where the gods and humans live in harmony, until the noise of humanity becomes too much for the gods to bear. This is where our story begins. In the Akkadian tale of Atrahasis, the gods create humanity to serve them, relieving them of their earthly duties. But as humans multiply and their noise increases, the god Enlil finds himself unable to sleep. His solution? Send a flood to silence them. But not all gods agree with this drastic measure. Enter the wise god Enki and our hero, Atrahasis. Enki, who had a hand in creating humanity, couldn't bear to see them wiped out. So, he confides in Atrahasis, a righteous man chosen for his wisdom and piety. Enki instructs Atrahasis to build an ark to ensure the survival of himself, his family, and a selection of animals. Atrahasis obeys, and when the deluge comes, he and his ark are ready. The flood is cataclysmic, reducing the human population significantly, but Atrahasis, his family, and the animals aboard the ark survive. When the waters recede, they emerge to a world washed clean of the noise that had once plagued the gods. Atrahasis then makes a sacrifice to the gods, who are moved by his devotion and decide to control human population in less drastic ways in the future. This ancient narrative, recorded in cuneiform on clay tablets, is more than just a story of divine wrath and human survival. It's a reflection of ancient Mesopotamian beliefs about divine justice, human morality, and the delicate balance between the gods and their earthly creations. Atrahasis's tale, as one of the earliest recorded flood narratives, sets the stage for our next story. It's a story that resonates with a narrative found in a book that would be written centuries later, the biblical tale of Noah. But we'll delve into that in our next scene. Moving forward in time, we arrive at the biblical tale of Noah, a narrative familiar to many. This story, found in the book of Genesis, begins with a divine decision. Disheartened by the wickedness of humanity, God decides to send a flood to cleanse the earth. Yet amid the moral decay, one man stands out for his righteousness. This man is Noah. God communicates his plan to Noah and provides detailed instructions for building an ark. This colossal vessel is to be made of gopher wood, with rooms inside and covered with pitch inside and out. Noah, without question, obeys God's command. His faith and obedience in a world so steeped in sin make him a beacon of hope. The ark is not just for Noah and his family, though. God commands Noah to bring into the ark a pair of every living creature, both male and female, to keep them alive during the flood. From the humblest insect to the grandest beast, all are given a chance at survival. Noah does just as God commands, underlining his unwavering faith. Then comes the flood. Rain falls for 40 days and 40 nights, and the waters rise, submerging the earth and all life upon it. Yet, in the heart of the storm, Noah and his ark prevail, preserving a fragment of the world that once was. When the rains cease and the waters recede, God makes a covenant with Noah. Never again will he destroy the earth with a flood. This promise is symbolized by a rainbow, a vibrant arc of color painting the sky, a sign of hope and of God's enduring mercy. The tale of Noah, like that of Atrahasis, centers on a divine flood and the survival of humanity. Yet while these stories share similarities, they also reveal fascinating differences in how ancient cultures perceived the divine, interpreted moral conduct, and understood their place in the world. Despite their differences, the stories of Atrahasis and Noah share remarkable similarities. Both tales are flood narratives, a genre that seems to have a universal appeal. In both stories, the divine entities, whether they are the gods of Mesopotamia or the God of the Bible, make a decision to send a flood as a response to human behavior. In the Atrahasis epic, the gods are disturbed by the noise of human overpopulation, while in the biblical account, God is grieved by human wickedness. Interestingly, in both accounts, a righteous man is chosen to build an ark, a massive vessel that would preserve life amidst a world-engulfing deluge. Atrahasis, a wise and pious king, is warned by the god Enki in a dream, while Noah, described as blameless among people of his time, is directly instructed by God. These men, in their respective narratives, heed the divine warning and undertake the colossal task of constructing an ark. The theme of preservation of life is also a shared element in these tales. Atrahasis and Noah are both instructed to bring their families and a variety of animals aboard the ark. This not only ensures their survival, but also sets the stage for the world to be repopulated after the floodwaters recede. Another interesting parallel is the aftermath of the flood. In both stories, the divine entities express a form of regret. In the Atrahasis tale, the gods are plagued by hunger and thirst, in the absence of humans who provided them with offerings. In the Noah narrative, God makes a covenant never to destroy the earth by a flood again, symbolized by the rainbow. However, despite these similarities, it's important to note that these stories also exhibit distinct characteristics, shaped by their cultural contexts. The portrayal of the divine is one such example. The Mesopotamian gods are portrayed as somewhat human, possessing needs and emotions, while the biblical God is depicted as omnipotent and omniscient. The influence of the Atrahasis epic on the Noah story is a subject of ongoing scholarly debate. Given that the Atrahasis epic predates the biblical narrative by several centuries, it's plausible that the Akkadian tale could have influenced the Genesis flood narrative. The ancient Near East was a region of vibrant cultural exchange, where stories were transmitted and transformed through oral traditions and written texts. However, while it's fascinating to speculate about the origins of these narratives, it's equally important to appreciate each story in its own right. Both the Atrahasis epic and the Noah story offer profound insights into how ancient societies understood the divine human morality and the precarious balance between humanity and the natural world. These narratives, while distinct, echo each other in their portrayal of divine justice and human survival. The tales of Atrahasis and Noah have left a lasting impact on our understanding of ancient cultures. These narratives, born from the cradle of civilization, carry with them a legacy that has shaped our cultural and religious traditions over thousands of years. They serve as testament to the shared human experience, touching on universal themes of divine justice, human morality, and the complex relationship between humanity and the divine. In these stories, we see the gods or God wrestling with human wickedness, expressing frustration and ultimately deciding on a catastrophic intervention. Yet, in their divine wisdom, they provide a means of salvation, a way for life to endure amidst destruction. These narratives reflect ancient peoples' efforts to make sense of the world around them, to understand the whims of the gods, and to negotiate their place within the cosmos. Fast forward to today, these narratives continue to resonate. They are not merely relics of a distant past, but living stories that continue to shape our understanding of faith, morality, and the environment. The story of Noah, for instance, is still recounted in Sunday schools, used in sermons, and depicted in artwork and popular culture. And while the epic of Atrahasis may not be as widely known, its themes and motifs can be found echoed in numerous flood narratives across different cultures. The legacy of these flood narratives lies not only in their survival through the ages, but also in their ability to inspire, to provoke thought, and to remind us of our shared humanity. They invite us to reflect on our relationship with the divine, our responsibility towards our fellow beings, and the consequences of our actions on the environment. As we ponder these ancient flood narratives, we are reminded of the shared human experiences that transcend time and culture. They remind us that despite our advancements, we are not so different from our ancient ancestors, grappling with questions about life, morality, and the divine. These stories, in their own ways, continue to flood our collective consciousness, shaping our understanding of the world and our place within it.